Progressive magazine XI number 6 and 7 at the 800 word per minute. Be ready? Start. Historically speaking, colonialism is a past phenomenon. I do not say practically because colonialism is continuing and does much mischief. Nevertheless, the force which builds up the colonial domains is over. The odd thing is that today Portugal, which is compared to the other European countries a backward country socially, economically, politically, and almost in every sense represents the biggest colonial empire. And it continues to try to hold on to this empire in spite of its amazing record of backwardness in the past and at present. If we consider colonialism, especially Portuguese colonialism, we cannot do so in isolation. We have to see what effect the Cold War has got on it. I am prepared to say that all the ills of the world today flow from colonialism. They flow from other causes also included the consequences of the last war which pursue us still. But undoubtedly, the fact of colonialism is a cause not only for deep unrest but for possibly bringing war nearer. Therefore, even from the larger point of view of the world, it seems to me of the utmost importance that the system of colonialism should be wound up completely, leaving no trace except a bad memory behind. You have met here particularly to discuss Portuguese colonies. As you know, we have a little bit of the Portuguese colony in India. It is almost a dot in size, yet it has created a strong feeling in India with which I am sure you will sympathize. All these years we were thinking not merely of solving a problem in the immediate present but solving it for good. The virtue of Gandhiji's method was that it sought to solve a problem without leaving a trail of bitterness, it leave, it will and hatred behind it. Therefore, we did not want to do something which would lead to other difficult problems. Maybe we were philosophic, but that was our thinking. That was led us to the present position when Goa still remains a blot on India not only because it is a colonial possession but because it is a bad colonial possession also. At no time did we in our minds and in our actions renounce or give up the possibility of military action, but we did not want to resort to it. We wanted to try all other methods. We were prepared to wait as we have waited very long. Apart from the emotional or psychological aspect of it, from the point of view of the security of India, we would not tolerate a foreign base on the coast of India. It is really dangerous thing. It a little over a year now since I had the honor of addressing this great assembly. In the course of this year, the organization which represents the world community has faced many crises. Among these crises has been the tragic death of the late Secretary General who during the many years of his high office shaped to some extent the working of this Assembly and enlarged its functions. I would like to pay my tribute and my homage to his memory. To you, sir, who occupy now this high seat of the Secretary General, I offer my warm welcome of regard and greetings, and I can assure you that we in common with others only welcome you here but offer you our full cooperation. I hope that under your guidance, Mr. Secretary General, the United Nations will advance from strength to strength and will serve the cause of the peace of the world and the cause of removing the remnants of foreign domination from various parts of the world. The General Assembly and the Secretary Security Council took many steps in the last year or more in regard to these matters and thereby enlarged to some extent the functions of the organization's stop. Unfortunately, those steps did not yield immediately the results which we had hoped for because of various difficulties and the somewhat obstructive methods employed by some. I trust we shall work in future with greater unanimity and effectiveness in carrying out the decisions of the United Nations. In the Congo, the United Nations has undertaken a great responsibility, and on the success of that venture depends in many ways the future of the United Nations itself or its future effectiveness. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance that the work which this organization has undertaken in the Congo should succeed and yield results. All the countries represented here are interested in this vital program. We in India are a little more interested than some others because we have, at the invitation of the United Nations, placed some of our resources and some of our armed forces at the disposal of the organization for service in the Congo. The Congo has become the symbol and the touchstone of success for the activities of the United Nations. During the last year, many associations have been made to the membership of the General Assembly from all over the world. Stop.